Worried, man. Couldn't find your location, your phone is dead. Yeah, there you go. Headphones? Can you hear me through them, or are you gonna take one off?
What?
Okay, that answers my question.
2 players. Okay. I'm already connected to the server?
Chris number 2.
Now what? What the heck? There we go.
Have to click it. We want to climb it. We'll climb it.
What am I hearing?
My guy talking.
That could work. I miss June too. Clover, not so much. Kidding.
I don't know
I think
how
this is different.
it works, but it's really cool. Yeah, it's just it's like a Google Translate type of thing.
Ow!
Oh. Oh my god, it hit me too. I was like literally trying to avoid it, but I couldn't see because it was behind a bridge. I hear spiders.
Me too.
Where are they? Nope, not here.
I don't know. This way.
Won't be able to talk for a bit. Walking to
This
uni
way.
now. Okay. Kawaii. Face from Discord.
Also medicine. And snacks.
Snacks? Where? What the fuck?
Is
Where are you
what?
finding this shit?
Kawaii face.
Kawaii.
Kawaii.
Kawaii desu ne.
Don't they star the snacks?
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck these snacks she's seen.
It's over!
What? What does that mean? What? A raid?
I've never seen that before. That was awesome. Yeah, he fucking he hella juked me. No, he's gone now. Fuck! We have to do this all over again.
You lose!
Fuck. God damn it. That's for me fucking around.
Go to freaking right on this note. Look what he's. What the hell?
I'm so sorry.
I got $1.
I gotta kiss Twinkie's ass for a month now. Pretty much. Is the server up so I can AFK for a bit? Yeah, I think it's up. Let me just make sure it's good. Yeah, I reset it.
What's up, Danny boy? Yeah, I see playing Silent Hill at work. That's dope. I like it. I like it. Why not? Why not? Yeah, so today gonna be working on some audio stuff. I guess that seems to be like, I mean, it's not only for me like one of the most important things about a stream, but like it's one of the hardest things to get your head around. So that's what today's stream is gonna be about. Hopefully it will be just as informative as the other stream I did. I didn't really set anything up. It's just kind of continuing off of the other fake setup that we did together. So yeah, it's basically just the same scene. But like I don't really know exactly how I can like, you know what I mean? explain it other than like people asking me questions and getting it all set up, because it's, I don't know. Even that's hard to get like my own head around, which is kind of funny. Oops, that's not what I want. Does that work there? It kind of works. Sorry, I'm like messing with other things over here.
Oh, that's how it works.
Okay. Why is that showing up? Hold on. Oh, I see. I see. Anyway, yeah, I got some ads on, but I think you guys don't. Oh, you know what? Let me turn on the badges on these things. Started using a new browser. Loving it. Isn't that what the heck is it? Hold on. Yep.
Your friends can't hear me.
Uh-huh.
To sing the song go like
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep. You're singing the Five Nights at Freddy's song from the movie.
Yeah.
How do I go back to the, is it that one? Is this a different address? Is that what's going on? It is. Oh. What was it going to fix? So yeah, I was going to fix the multi-chat, right? Multi-chat. Multi-chat settings. It says show badges, but it's not showing the badges. I need the timestamp, need the avatar pro, whatever. Do, 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 do. So let that refresh, and then we'll do a test. Okay, now my badges show. Now the badges show up. Okay. Same thing, I guess, for what's it called? Horizontal. Horizontal's over here on this screen. I don't even know my own stuff. Hold on. I stopped doing stuff for like a minute, and then I'm like, huh? Is it this one? No, that's for that one. Oh, this thing moved me. That's why. There's another test. There we go. Okay. Um, Okay, we'll leave that open. OBS face cam and noise gameplay. Yup. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now I can see the badges and stuff because I didn't have the badges on. Okay, mijo, not too loud, okay? Because I need to talk, okay? Hey, okay? Okay, thank you. Okay. So, the hell is calling me? Potential spam? Potential spam, guess what? Get sent to voicemail. Okay. So maybe start a new scene collection, right? So let's make one that says like, we'll do one called audio. Trying to figure out where we can start. Okay. So we have a new scene collection. What was this one? Oh, why do I have that one? Remove. We don't need that one. And then we'll go to audio. Okay. So I guess we should talk about the different types of audios for their different sources and all that kind of stuff. The most common one, I guess, if you're streaming from your PC, would be the game capture, right? So game capture, you could tell it right here, capture game audio. And you see as soon as I click it, it shows up here in the audio mixer, which by the way, I'm going to do that so we can see more. Hold on, what the heck is this? Oh, just people trying to sell me stuff. Anyways, yeah. So game capture. Sorry about that. So I'm creating more audio problems. Game capture. You could see it populate down here, right? Actually, you know what? Let me also reset the docks. Boop. Boom. So we're just gonna completely blank slate. I'm gonna keep them vertical though. Just because, like I said, you could just see more sources basically that way. I don't really mess with any of these. I mean, SLI and Crossfire, I don't even know if people use that anymore. Like, what would you even do? That's not even audio though. But one of the cool things that I kind of started to do with game capture is I've been doing this capture foreground window with hotkey. This is also something you could do with Touch Portal, but with the hotkey. T-Dub, hey brother, I'm stuck at the dealership getting an oil change, so I'll have to watch the VOD, but have a good stream and thank you. Absolutely. Hopefully I cover everything that you need. So good luck with the oil change. And yeah, see you soon. So you can do right here, right? Capture foreground window. I do something odd like control backslash, right? Boom. So now let's say, for example, let's bring in our game, right? And by the way, you guys will be able to hear this now. I was able to capture the sound, right? I think you guys can hear that. Yeah, because I can hear it. I am hearing it 2 times. Why? Okay. Weird. But okay, I understand. Already running into my own audio issues. But obviously we can hear the game because of, let's say for example, because it's pushing it out to us, right? Right here, I unmuted it with voice meter, whatever. We'll deal with voice meter a whole nother day. But right now we're hearing it through the desktop audio, right? We're not hearing it through OBS. And also game capture is not grabbing anything because we haven't assigned it to a window, right? Usually you go here and you pick the screen you want, but I just like making it a hotkey. And so now when I'm over here and I do my little hotkey control backslash, if I look back over to OBS, it has now captured that window. So if it was a different window, like let's say I'm opening Brave and I do the same thing right here. Oh no. Okay. Only games. But as you saw, it was like, I'm trying to capture the other thing, but you didn't let me. So yeah, so now if you notice, now that we've captured this window, we also have audio coming through, right? And like I said, these are the different tracks usually for recording. Track 2 by default is reserved for where am I looking? Where am I looking? In the output, track 2 is usually reserved for the Twitch VOD track, as long as you have it checked. This is usually where I put things that might be copywritten, right? So like any copyright track, your music, background, whatever, I put it on track 2 so that it doesn't show up on the VOD and you don't get your VOD muted, basically, right? So as usual, we can control the volume here, but this volume doesn't control what you're hearing, because obviously we are hearing it through the desktop audio, right? Here I can mute it, here I don't. It's up to you where you want to hear it from. With voice meter, there's like just so many ways to do it, but without voice meter, we'll just do it the normal way, right? So in settings and audio, like I said, I don't capture the desktop audio because if we do, now we're gonna have double, right? So once this game starts playing again, come on, give me some audio. You see, now it's double because desktop audio is everything that your computer is, every sound your computer is making. So we don't want desktop audio. We don't want second desktop audio. Microphone, however, we do want to grab the microphone, right? So let's grab the microphone from right there. So can we hear it? If I unmute it, hello, hello, hello. So there it is. Now we can also hear the microphone. These are the two most important things that you need to get going before you start adding music or any of that other, noise, basically. So as you can see, when I talk, the game audio is also just about the same amount here. So let's also monitor this one. Let's monitor the microphone. Now you can see, now you can hear me through the stream here. If we monitor this one also, though, we're going to get double the sound because we're hearing it through the desktop, but we're also now hearing it through OBS. If you can hear it through the desktop, turn monitoring off. Okay, it doesn't need to be there. I am going to not monitor myself so I don't hear myself twice and trip myself up. You ever listen to yourself and you're like half a second delayed or like, a couple milliseconds and you can like, it's like echoing and it messes you up while you're trying to talk. So yeah. So we want to not blow people's ears out. What I usually do, listen to yourself at a slight delay and do the rest of the tutorial. No, it's so weird. Also, it's not great for the tutorial, right? So yeah, so usually, like I said, I put like brain melt. I'll do like -4, just so it doesn't reach that red, right? Now that I'm talking, woo, woo, like it takes a lot for it to peak over at red and start clipping, right? We don't want it to clip. Once it hits that top, woo, right there. Now we've clipped. See that? I wish I could like just type in the number that I want. Oh, it's so annoying. Look at that. That 0.1, it destroys my OCD. But yeah, see now if I go, woo, it never reaches that top part. It doesn't clip. We don't want things to clip. Now that you got both your sources going, you have to make sure you are louder than your gameplay when you are talking, right? So first, let's find a good, like I never really like to let the game go higher than negative 12 dBs, I guess, depending on the game. But the more important thing is having it duck, right? I've talked about this before. I'm always going to talk about it. If anyone needs a refresher, I will always do it for you. So go to filters, add your compressor, right? We'll call it ducking. I usually do the 50 to 500 and microphone. There we go. Easy as that. Now we have our compressors. So now when we talk, the game audio automatically pulls itself down. Right? La, 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 la. We can see, well, I probably should have picked a louder game. Does Jesse have any louder games? Let's see. Where? Why can't I find it that way? I have to like launch Steam to do it. All right, we'll do it that way. La, la, la. No, thank you. I know what you're trying to do, Valve. I know you're trying to get data for your, what's it called? Your Steam machine and all that, but not right now. I'll take your server on my own computer. Okay. So again, we got the game here. Oh yeah. Why does world default back? Nico, shh, 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 okay. World always. Nico, please, not too loud. World always goes in a full screen for some dang reason. Ad starts in about a couple seconds, guys. Sorry. So of course, move the thing over to borderless window and restart the game. Ah, Capcom, dude. The PC World developers or the PC Monster Hunter developers give me such a headache, dude. Anyways, so right, we've switched over to another game. It's not capturing. Do Control /, which is the hotkey that I set for myself. And now it's capturing, right? It's also capturing the audio already, ready to go. We don't have to worry about anything else. So we'll get into the game here so that we can get some music going. Right? So let me make sure that this is actually working. I've told it to duck this right here. Let's see it really in action, right? So now we're talking blah, 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 blah. So we're not really reaching that threshold. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? The threshold, right. Neg 32 seems to always be kind of like a great number. As you can see, when I start talking, it's bringing it way down. And what did we say we're going to set this at? Like probably like neg 12, probably. Okay, now it's actually working. I was like, why is it doesn't really look like it's working. But yeah, there we go. So now we can hear it. La, la, la. I'm wondering if I can demonstrate for you guys. Because I could tell so your monitoring device could be something else. See right here, default monitoring device. I'm going to set it to something completely different with voice meter. But can I hear? Yeah. Okay. So don't mind all this. This is all weird voice meter stuff. So I should be hearing myself now. Question mark? Oh, because I didn't do the monitoring. Right. So monitor myself. Hello. Okay. Okay. So I have like this other audio input, basically. So let's see if we can hear it. Okay, so I'm bringing in the audio from the capture card. So as soon as I start talking, the audio for the game goes lower. But it looks like this audio might be a little too loud still. Oh, that's because we brought it back down to 0. So neg 12 seems to be pretty all right. Right? Probably hearing myself twice is not helping. So let me... I'm going to mute myself in my actual thing, which I have a button here for. I don't know why I went looking over there. Don't I? I don't have a mute button. I need to make myself a mute button. All right, I'm taking the monitoring off so I don't hear myself twice. But yeah, that's basically the gist of audio, right? Game capture obviously is when you're capturing a game on your local computer. I don't have a second capture card to super demonstrate what to do when it is a capture card, right? So look, as soon as I did this, I no longer had the audio, right? So that's a good thing about like hiding and showing or natively grabbing the audio from a PC game, right? Okay. So let's do one for video capture device, right? This is usually your capture card. We'll just call it that. We don't really have a capture card, so I guess we'll just do. Well, that's weird. We'll just do that. Does the camera have audio? Okay. Yeah, I don't really want that. Okay. So let's pretend this device has audio in it, right? Man, I wish I had a way to like really, really show you. But it's basically the same thing as game capture. It'll populate here, right? It'll populate right here. and just control it the same way and give it the same filter, right? Give it the compression filter. Right, compressor. Make sure the threshold is down well below your voice, right? If you're soft spoken, you might have to drop it down to like 38 or something. Maybe that might be better. And the attack 50, the release 500, and then make sure you choose the thing that it needs to duck to. Now, here's the cool thing. You can copy this filter either from here or right here. You could just say copy filters. And then on this device here, you can paste the filter. And now this device, if you go into its filters, it now has it as well. Right? So you don't have to keep like one by one, like, but yeah, it's game capture and capture card are basically the same. The difference is capture card, you don't have to tell it to grab the audio like you do capture card or game capture, right? It's built into it. Like you are grabbing everything. You're grabbing the audio and the video from the capture card. This thing right here at the bottom, use custom audio device. I wouldn't mess with it. It doesn't benefit you in any way. I have trouble understanding it myself, so I don't use it. I don't think I'll ever need it, so that's why I don't do it. But that's basically that for that one, right? So look, I don't have the thing I want to capture. Control backspace. There we go. Now we got it again, and now we have the audio again. Okay. So moving on to like, let's say you want to capture window, right? So let's do a window capture. Of course, with the window capture, you can capture the game also. You will have to do capture audio, right? So we got it again. We got the capture audio. Obviously, we need to set it down to something reasonable. Like I said, for me, neg 12 works, and monitor it, right? Just so we can hear it. But also, look, it's not auto ducking. I mean, I am louder than the game, but I would like it to drop just a little bit lower just in case there's any kind of loud gameplay. So here we can paste filters because we already copied it from the other one. And now it's being affected by it. Again, see, look, it's dropping it way low when I talk, which is great. That's so important is for us to hear you when you are streaming. Obviously, we don't have to capture that audio. We can capture, let's capture like some YouTube, right? Let's go to YouTube and listen to, I don't know, right here, lo-fi hip-hop mixed beats. Okay. Now this, obviously I turned off the desktop so I can't actually hear it because I don't want to hear my desktop right now. So we want to capture Brave. And there we go, right? Because we have this capture audio part, it works. Some windows won't capture correctly. So when you do automatic, you won't get the video from it. So you usually have to go to like, if this one doesn't work, go to like Windows 10. Windows 10 always seems to work, no problem. I will let you guys know here, right here, the window capture. So if you always wanted to capture Brave or whatever, like the actual executable, like you could tell it right here, the .exe, that's the one I want, or the same type, or the window title must match. That all kind of depends on your preference of how you want it to grab the window you're looking at. But this one's window capture, right? Okay. The third one or the fourth one we have is, of course, display capture. But how do we capture the display audio, right? Which should be the window or Windows environment. There is no option, as you can see, to grab the audio from anywhere. So display capture, this is usually where you have to bring in an audio source, right? So you'd have to bring in an audio input capture or an application capture. So we'll just keep it called that. Hey, Guarda, what's up? No, it's all good, dude. I saw that you were playing. I was also running into problems over here, so that's why I didn't get on earlier. But hello. So now I'm gonna choose which window I want to grab the audio from. Obviously, it's gonna ask you the same things like what same type, whatever. Window title must match. I just usually do the same executable. And then see, look, it is blasting. It is like it would be clipping right here. So again, knock it down. Neg 12 works for me. Audio output and what is it? Audio monitoring and output. And then again, you could just paste the same filters. Boom. However, this does seem to be way louder. Even when I'm talking, it's like hard for it to. So we might have to bring this one even further down, right? Neg 18 might be better for this one. What about when it's in window capture, right? Oh, no, same thing. It's just I didn't have something that was loud. Let's try neg 24. Right? Because it's background music. So background music should be way lower. Is that too low? Oh, I can't tell because it's stepped. But see, that's pretty good for just like chill music, basically, right? If we do this one, though, it's not too bad because it's kind of chill. But yeah, I would definitely probably still turn it down some if it's just background music. But yeah, so if you're doing display capture, you're not going to get any sound from display capture. It's literally just capturing a monitor, and then you'll have to bring in an application capture to tell it to grab a certain program or window. Another way to do this is to add input capture. Is it this one? Hold on. Yes, I guess you can do this. No, I think I'm grabbing the wrong one. Hold on. I think it's supposed to be audio output capture. Let me see. So output captures depend on what. This is kind of where we get into like the mixing board thing. So you have to like visually think about mixing boards, right? So as far as voice meter goes, we know voice meter is outputting audio from output 1, right? So we know output 1, which for some stupid reason is called input. That one is working, right? So let me just show you quickly. Try not to get super confused, but the game is coming through. It says voice meter input 1, voice meter input, right? This is voice meter auxiliary and blah, blah, blah. Don't get super confused. This is the one that matters, just this one. So that's the one that I grabbed here, right? I told it, grab from whatever is being heard from this. You can even tell it, hey, what's being heard from what you're outputting from, right? So same thing. Let's go in here. Let's knock it down to 24. Monitor it. And then guess what? We could paste those filters on again. And it works just the same. You got 2 chicas there. Oh, look, they got cupcakes. That's cool.
And there's some animatronics in my house.
Oh, animatronics in your house? Okay. But yeah. So I'm trying not to bring up voice meter too much just because it's installed here. So yeah. So I don't know if you noticed, but two things are going through this now. This is the difference though. When you grab the thing that is pushing the audio out, you're going to grab everything. Visually, you can see Lo-Fi Girl, yeah. It doesn't show me World here for some reason, but World is in one of these. Like, I think it's just too many that are showing up here. But listen, I'm going to bring up the audio and tell me what you hear.
Other Foxy in my room.
See, if I pause that, you're still hearing that through this. Right? So you don't really want to use that one. I'm glad I brought it up. So audio output captures, they're very specific use, and I would just say no. I would just use application audio. If you have display capture only, right? Like right now, we just bring this down, and if you're capturing this whole display for some reason, you are going to need to point it to the game you want to hear, right? Now I can bring that up to the neg 12 that we were doing before, basically. Yeah, I mean, I purposely have those ones low, but here you go. You hear that?
Right? And Chica and Foxy.
No?
Okay.
Oh, let me go. You should be hearing that.
Seriously.
Yes, Miko.
They're Chica, Foxy, and Freddy.
Oh, okay.
Stuck together.
I'm surprised you're not hearing that. You should be hearing that.
And that chicken.
Let me know if you can hear it or not. Just my voice.
The best, honey.
Interesting.
Wonder what Bonnie drops. Really want that.
Huh. No, that's okay. Because it's pushing it out, so I don't understand why not.
No. Everything is happening.
BRB? Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
I can hear it.
I cannot believe it's happening. Go inside. Go inside.
I don't know. Because on my side, it's showing that that you guys are hearing it.
There we go. Take time again.
I can't even hear myself though. Hello, hello.
That was impossible.
Yeah, you hear me talking, but I can't hear me, so I can't double check. The heck is going on? No, like the game is blasting. No, like the game is blasting. Oh, okay. Now I can hear me. Okay. Why isn't this being pushed out? Very interesting. Because OBS says it's grabbing it. Okay, maybe. Now can you hear it? Yes. Okay. How weird. Renaissance music. Okay. Yes. Okay, so I just learned something about source cloning. So, okay, well, I'm glad you guys told me because I do need to show this again, basically. So let's do that, right? Let's do this all over again. No problem. This actually is great. Lesson for me. So we're gonna get rid of all those, right? So that means that you guys didn't hear me when I was doubling up here, right? When I was doing this. Test.
Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy.
So you weren't hearing that. Now there's double noises. Okay. Anyway, so we're starting from the beginning, right? Okay. Perfect. This is, wait, what did I just do? Audio? Yeah. Disabled. Okay. This is usually how it all starts. Okay. I'll wait for water though a little bit. I'll drink some water. Hey, I got a new what's it called? I got a new channel for the TV. For my Be Right Back screen. Hold on. We'll start with channel 2. So now we have channel 2, 3, 4. So we had the same ones, channel 2, 3, 4, 5, and 12. I've now added channel 11 and then a secret one. If you want to try it. But where are those back? Okay. I was just telling Danny that I added 2 new channels to the Be Right Back screen. But I'll show you those later. Okay. So I'm glad you said you couldn't hear it because that tutorial would have been worthless. Yes, secret channel. Secret channel indeed. But yeah, okay. So we're gonna start from scratch, right? So here we go.
Start from scratch.
Yes, we're gonna start from scratch, Miko, because apparently I had something that was completely incorrect, and it's super confusing for myself. But now I understand what happened. Anyways, so let's start with game. Stop ignoring me. What do you mean? What do you mean ignoring you? You haven't been saying anything. You haven't said anything days. How are you, babe? Game capture, right? This is the easiest way. Yeah, it's your mom, Miko. It's the easiest way to capture audio, right? So basically, I was saying that I like to do capture foreground window with hotkey and then capture audio, right? But obviously, it's like, well, what window do you want to capture? What game do you want to capture? Usually, you have to tell it here, grab a specific window, or grab any full screen application, but I like capture foreground window hotkey because that puts me in control. So now if I go over to Monster Hunter World, and oh, by the way, you can set this hotkey over here in the settings hotkeys and just search for foreground, right? Capture foreground window. And I do control backspace or backslash. So now if I go over to Monster Hunter World and I do control backslash and I go back to OBS, there we go. We now have captured this game. We've captured the game. And in the settings, since we said capture audio, we go, shh, 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 not too loud, please, okay? Now you can see that we're actually capturing the audio here, right? Perfect. Okay, baby. But how do we hear it, right? Well, we have to go into the cog and we have to do monitor and output. And these are all the tracks for recording. And then I also said that, so the thing is for me, that's, you can hear. Okay, cool. Hold on. For me, it's doubled. So hold on a second. Okay, that does mute it. So one of these I have to not monitor. Okay. For my own brain, I had to do something completely different. So we're gonna. Okay. I fixed it on my own side first. Okay. So now you can hear it, right? I also mentioned that in your output settings, right? Settings and go to output. Track 2 is reserved by default to the Twitch VOD track, right? So if you uncheck it, it won't separate the tracks in Twitch, but if you check it, whatever track you pick here will be for the VODs only. So right here, obviously this is set to all the tracks. So VOD or track 2 will be heard in your VOD. Usually you're dancing here. Okay. So if you have copyrighted music here and you uncheck it, now it won't be in the VOD. You won't get muted, right? So if you've ever had copywritten music in your VODs, you'll notice like, hey, parts of your video are just mute and you can't hear anything you are saying. So just make sure that is on for audio that you want in your VOD and unchecked for audio that you don't want in your VOD, right? Now, the other important piece of audio, obviously, so it could be used live, but not, yes. And as long as like no one reports you, yes, you can have copywritten music live. But obviously don't let it be your only content, because then that's when they're like, what, so you're just playing music, right? So technically, if you're commenting over it, you should be safe. I've never had a problem. So audio. Set your microphone, obviously, to the microphone that you have, or through whatever software you're pushing your microphone through, right? So if you're pushing it through voice meter, do that, but I'm just gonna grab it from the microphone straight. And now we have the microphone here and the game capture. These are our two most important pieces of audio. Your game should be lower than you, right? So right now, how do I sound now that I'm realizing like this thing is like pretty loud, right? I only have it like pretty loud so you can like hear me. So there we go. So that's where it's at right now. So basically I'm going to give you a live example of like how you're fighting your own audio. Okay. So I'm going to bring it right back up. So I'm fighting the audio, right? What we need to do is we need to set the filter for the audio that we want to duck, right? So we add our compressor. Calling it ducking. Dropping it down to at least 32 decibels. It's going to turn on within 50 milliseconds. and it's going to slowly fade down over 500 milliseconds. And then we have to tell it what microphone or what audio device we're going to use to make it go down, right? So you can see it's already doing. I'm talking and it's lowering it, right? But that's not like the only thing you need to do. You also need to find the sweet spot to lower the game audio. So for me, I like to do about -12 for gameplay audio. I like to keep gameplay audio in the green. So, all right, I forget. I gotta turn this thing off. There we go. So I like to keep my game audio in the green here, and my voice, I like to keep it in the yellow as much as possible. Now, also you can see my voice is set at 0 dBs. Now I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna go, woo! Now you see how the whole thing turned red? That means it's clipping, and it's gonna sound awful on the stream side. So I definitely set my voice to at least -4. And now if I do that again, woo! The whole thing didn't turn red. I'm in the red, but it's never going to go past -4 dBs. You call that screaming? Yeah. Sorry, I'm woohooing. I'm doing a woohoo girl. So this is what I usually do. I never leave anything at 0. Never. But yeah, as you can see now, I'm going to mute myself on my stream, and then I'm going to have myself be heard on the other one here. Okay. Hold on. I'm on the wrong screen. Okay. Yes, me. Okay, so now I'm monitoring myself through Jesse's PC. And you can see it's working, that I'm monitoring myself, but I'm also bringing down the volume of the game. If it's a game that's like really loud, I probably would bring it, down to like 18 or something like that. But I'd say like -18 is more for like chill music. -12 is fine. If anything, play around with this number, right? Like -38. -38 makes it like real quiet when I'm talking. You can't even hear the game almost, pretty much, as I'm talking. So basically just, you're going to kind of have to be real honest with how your voice sounds, right? Is my voice loud? Does it carry well? Am I a low talker? How close am I to the microphone, right? It does matter how close you are to the microphone. I am about 6 or so inches away from the microphone, which is what's usually recommended. So yeah, I don't ever have like the microphone like in my mouth, like super close or anything like that. Also because my voice does carry. 15 centimeters, I guess. 6 inches? I don't know. About this much. Or actually, I kind of measure middle finger. Yeah. So from like my middle finger to my thumb is usually how far I am from the mic, right? So about that much. So that's game capture. Game capture is really easy if you're streaming from roughly 20 centimeters. Okay. So if you're streaming from your PC, this is the way to do it. Do game capture. This is optional, right? I like the hotkey. I like making myself a hotkey, but do capture the audio right here. And so anytime you make it non-visible, the audio is also not captured, which is great. And as soon as you bring it back, it might take a couple seconds, but once it brings it back, if it brings it back, we might have to go over here and tell it again. Boom. Okay, we had to tell it to grab it. So that's the downfall, is that sometimes if this is off too long, it'll be like, what game do you want me to capture? Like, I don't understand. So you might have to just straight up tell it like, hey, always be Monster Hunter World. So it doesn't matter that if you uncheck it and check it you'll get the audio back from it, basically, right? And the video.
Iron golems are strong.
So up to you. I like the hotkey.
Right, Dad?
Yeah, mijo.
Iron golems are strong.
Iron golems are strong. That's game capture. Now, the other most common one, obviously, is the video capture device, which is usually a capture card, right? So I don't have any capture cards here. So I'm just going to say the NVIDIA camera or the NVIDIA broadcast camera thing. So with the, there's no real way for me to like really show this to you. Miko, hey, please. Shh. Okay, please. But just imagine when you first put it in here, you are going to see another audio device here. Miko, please. I know you're singing right now, but it's too loud, okay? And what you can do is you see this right here, this filter, you can copy it. You can copy it from either this screen or you can copy it from right here. Copy filters. Oh yeah, I wanted to do something. Hold on. Is it this one? No, is it? Oh, remember you asked me about the zoom in thing? It's actually not an app. It's actually, what's it called? Windows Power Toys. So if you download Windows Power Toys from the store, I thought I had it on here. But yeah, Power Toys. Why do I have it as an app? But it's the same thing. Power Toys, basically. You can just grab it from the Windows Store. And you can set it to whatever your mouse, whatever you want your mouse to be. I wanted to do something also. I thought I had installed it on here already, but I guess I didn't. Come on, Windows, what are you doing? Just, what do you mean? Just come on. Windows is such hot garbage, dude. Did it install or not? Okay, there we go. Jeez. Just to install an app. Come on. Not a very heavy app either. I did want to do something for you. Mouse highlighter? Yeah, right? Okay, cool. So now you can see where I'm clicking. I like to do that for that color, and secondary will do. What? There we go. We'll do that. So left click will be green, right click will be red. What was the other thing I wanted to do? I don't remember now, but I just learned that mouse without borders means I can like go from one PC to another without this extra. I have an extra app that lets me go from my PC to Jesse's PC, but there's literally a thing in Power Toys. Yeah, mijo. Oh yeah, my dad found a dead mouse outside.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, babe. What do you do with it?
Just throw it away.
You throw it away? Oh, okay. What was it? See, look, and here's zoom it. Yeah, so I might have to disable the original one. What was the other thing? Oh, color picker. Remember the other day I was like, what is the color thing? You can literally have a color picker without having to go into paint. So like, Windows Shift C. And now I can like hover over whatever and I can know what color it is. Isn't that crazy? Awesome. All right, Power Toys. Power Toys are great in Windows. It's like, hey, do you want your computer to work like all other computers, like a Mac? Power Toys. I thought it was a mouse that works in every country, like Doctors Without Borders. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, yeah, he wanted your dad to open the trash can and show me the dead mouse. Oh my god, in the trash can? You put in the trash can. Anyways, what were we talking about? Okay, so now you can see where I'm clicking, which is nice. Uh-oh. Now my Zoom thing is not working. Oh, because Power Toys is working now. What is this? What was it again? It was here, right? Zoom it. Okay. So zoom it. Let's turn that on. Does that work? Okay, now it works. Yes, I know. There's another instance of zoom it. Okay, it's working again. So yeah, so capture cards, much easier. And right, so you can right click, you can copy filters from this one, then you can right click on the other one and paste filters. And now if you go into the filters panel for this one, the compressor is there now, right? So game capture cards, very easy. Just as long as you have them quieter than you, basically. Yep, just like the game capture, right? We have them here. There we go. We can hear it. But when I talk, it brings down the volume. So just imagine this is doing the same thing, or the capture card is doing the same thing as the game capture. Okay? So there we go. That's video capture device. Video capture device is used for cameras and whatnot. What was the name of the duck thing that lowers the volume? I'm taking notes. So it's a filter. So you have to right click and go into filters. And it's called a compressor. You can rename it. I renamed it ducking so that I know what it is, right? So you go there, compressor. And a compressor, it's not necessarily made for ducking, but because compressing, what it does is, I mean, it's in the definition, right? So it compresses audio. I'm trying to explain it. It's kind of weird because you can even add. You can lower the volume or you can add volume to it. It's really weird to explain. You should rename it DuckTales just to be sure. Yeah, one or two. Yeah. Not one but two. But yeah. So there we go. So now we can do what's the other one? Window capture. Window capture is a little different. Well, it's kind of the same as game capture, right? So we grab the window we want. Let's grab the Brave browser. And then we also have to tell it to capture the audio. So now you see it popped up down there in our audio mixer. Hit OK. There we go. There's our window capture. We obviously want to hear it. So we need to go to the cogs down here. Monitor and output. And it is extremely loud. So let's bring that down. And I said that for background music, neg 18 to neg 24 is probably okay. And then now that we've already copied the filters, we can paste the filters and now it's working, right? So now we go straight to the filters here and there it is. It's already there and ready to go. So this might still be a little too loud for background music. So do like neg 24. There we go. That's a little bit better, right? And since it's lo-fi, it's a low type of music. So that too, like, right, depending on what kind of music you're listening to, like, you're gonna have to play around with your bass audio, and then from there, play with it, basically. And that's window capture. It's pretty easy, no big deal. When you hide it, it also hides the audio, and when you bring it back, it brings back the audio. A lot quicker than game capture. I've noticed game capture takes like about 3 seconds for the audio to kick back in. So that might be the only annoyance to doing that. But yeah, so game capture, window capture, they're both kind of the same. Like I said, capture card takes care of you clicking an extra button to make sure your audio is working. All right. And then we have display capture. This does not capture audio whatsoever, right? So no matter what you do here, nothing. It just grabs, it's only going to grab the window. So if you want audio, for example, like I want the audio from that window we were just listening to, you have to do an application audio capture, and you have to tell it what window. So it could be Monster Hunter World, right? And as soon as I grabbed it, it's already going right there. Or the music. And you can see the music's like way louder. So we need to bring that down. Would we say like neg 24? Neg 24, monitor and output. And then same thing. Paste those filters, right? So you can paste the filter. There we go. All set. So you don't have to keep typing in those numbers over and over and over, right? This is what works for me, for my voice. Neg 32. These will work obviously for like any voice, right? Because it's just how quickly you want it to turn on and how quickly or how slowly you want it to turn off. So that's basically that. So display capture doesn't grab any audio. So you need to do an application audio capture, basically. And then like I was saying before, if you are doing an audio output capture, so that's basically saying, like let's say you have headphones. I want them to hear what I'm hearing in my headphone, like specifically your headphones, right? So right here, headphones. So if whatever you're hearing, you want them to hear, that's what you do. I don't recommend it because you're hearing everything, right? So that it basically is going to mix everything that you're hearing in your headphones into this one audio track. I also don't recommend, I don't really recommend this, really. It's not useful, question mark. I mean, right here, if I do, does this work? Wouldn't this double up? I feel like that would double up. Right? I know if I do this, it'll double up. No? Or is it this one? There we go. That will double up. Because it's whatever's playing through, or I guess not double up, but it's whatever's playing through voice meter 1. Oh, that's what happened. I was like turning up the volume. No wonder it was insanely loud. Yeah. Okay. So it will. Okay. Yes, I was right if I do this. So this is what I'm pushing audio through to my PC so I can hear it. So as soon as I make it, like let's say this, or not. What am I monitoring through? Oh, your monitor device also matters. So right here, I am monitoring through a whole different part of voice meter. Don't really worry about it. For you, most likely it'll be your PC, which that's the reason why you don't want to have an audio device here, right? So your global audio devices, desktop audios, disable them. You don't want them because it'll double up. So same thing with this, right? So I said, if I were to do auxiliary, that's basically the same thing. This is basically reading the output thing. So if you can hear it, it's like freaking out right now. Right? So it was like, ah! So definitely don't use audio output capture. It's just going to do a feedback loop. So yeah, so I definitely only recommend like application output capture if you need to capture something separate, like music. You feel like like you're in Silent Hill for a while. Yeah. So this is basically what I do. Like if I want to capture music, but I don't want to capture visually the actual window, this is what I do. Or your iTunes or your Spotify. This is where I would put this. I would lower it pretty far down, right? -24 seems pretty reasonable. Can you group the sound layers for making different setups depending on what or from which devices I'm playing? So, like, what example? Like, give me an example. I mean, basically, those are scenes. That's basically scenes, right? So let me go back to the monitoring scene, right? I don't want to hear myself. So gameplay right here is going to have right. So gameplay has this. It's grabbing audio from this scene, which is this scene right here, right? Obviously, if you go to just chatting, oh, it's because we still have the scenes right here. But if we go to starting soon, that audio goes away. Go back to gameplay. There's our audio. Be right back doesn't have that scene, so the audio goes away. Right? So just chatting. That's just because I have this right here. But let's say, for example, in just chatting, I don't want those screens, but I do want my voice right there. Perfect. For example, I can use voice chat from Discord, not using my microphone, but the call or with MetaQuest and not my actual microphone. Yes, makes sense. So from Discord, yes. So Discord is kind of a pain, but I get what you're saying. So it really all depends on your, all right, so voice and video, right? So the speaker right here, that's where the audio is going to be coming from or being put output to. But it honestly doesn't really matter because if you do, like I said, if you do the application audio, whatever, let's call it Discord. Why isn't it letting me? Did I close it? Oh, I closed it. I'm so used to hitting the X and then it goes away. Okay. Okay, now we have Discord here. Yep. So basically that's it. That's your Discord audio. Obviously make your audio either the same level or lower than you, right? I would individually control who's in my chat. For example, Wardo, do you want to get in the chat into just go into Discord streams real quick and let's see if this works. If you're available to do that. If not, that's all good. Or I guess I could do it, right? You can? Okay. Not detecting any input. Oh, right, but that's fine. That's does work if I do it, right? Because I'm not in my wife's thing. Okay. Test. No, that's not working. So let's find out what's going on here. Oh, she has me muted. La la la.
La la la.
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 So she does have me
So she does have me pretty damn high up.
Right. And like I said,
Right. And
my
like
voice,
I said, my voice
carries a bunch.
My voice carries a bunch.
I don't know why she has me so loud. But yeah, so see right there. Make sure when your friends talk that they don't go into the red. Well, yeah, we have each other muted because of the recordings. So yeah, so there we go. You can't hear it because I don't have it.
because I don't have it.
Wait, can you hear it? No, yes. Were you able to hear that? Yeah, you were able to hear that, right?
able to hear that, right?
Yeah, because it's coming through her PC.
her PC.
I had to like decipher it in my brain.
it in my brain.
But remember, not just
not just
chat is going to go through there.
there.
You have to reload in just that moment. Okay.
Just that moment. Okay.
But sound effects, anything like that. If you play, videos or music through Discord, that's going to show up.
That's going to show up.
Right. So one thing to do is to put your, oh my God, just shut up, Discord. You can put your Discord into streamer mode, which I definitely recommend, right? Where is it? Streamer mode. So enable streamer mode, which I think it did it, right? Yeah, let me disconnect. Can I disconnect myself? Oh, I can, cool. So you'll notice you are in streamer mode when up top it says streamer mode is enabled. Usernames have been truncated, which means if you're like in a channel, it's not going to, or actually it's not supposed to, but it is showing everyone's name. That's weird. But it'll silence all the like, doo-doo, 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 you know? I have that set to my own shortcut key on my own computer. Yep.
Watch this.
What's that? Oh, whoa, that's super cool.
It was a door.
Uh-huh, from the game.
Yeah. Like,
Uh-huh. Okay, let's get rid of Discord there. Sometimes I make, we don't need this right here. We know it's just chatting. Sometimes I make the mistake of clicking outside the chat bot and then start typing and it makes a mess, like pausing or muting the video, so I reload the page. Oh, okay. Hydrate. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Did I close Discord all the way? And like I said, I don't recommend Voicemeeter until you understand for sure what you're doing. Because Voicemeeter makes a whole jumbled mess in your brain. Why does hers not close over to like, is it here? No. Like changing shit on Jesse's computer. She's going to be like, why are you doing this? Like, because it's better. Trust me. Where do I, oh, Windows settings. Thank you. God damn. Close button minimizes the tray. Yeah. So if I close it, I don't see it. It's not here. Oh, I do see it. I'm dumb. I didn't change anything. Just kidding. But yeah, for Discord, that's one way to do it there. Jesse comes home to a hurricane having gone through her PC. I try not to change a lot. I mean, she's not really using OBS stuff, but I'm definitely trying not to change any of her Discord things. But yeah, see here we have the lo-fi stuff. So here in the just chilling, here is where I would use the application audio filter. So if you're like, so here we can just call it music or just call it tunes, right? Tunes. And since you're always like, you know what, it is always Brave that I use, and it's always the same executable, just hit OK. And look, we got tunes going already. Obviously, let's bring it down to like about 24. I mean, I could have just typed it in there. Monitor and output. Since it is most likely copywritten music, you know, uncheck that second one. I usually uncheck all these other ones if I don't need them, right? If the people in your chat don't want to be heard on the VOD, boom, just uncheck it right there, right? But yeah, so now it's not going to go on the VOD, the music,
Here.
and we can copy filters from the microphone here. Oh wait, no, not from the microphone. Sorry, from gameplay, right? So we need filters from here. Copy those, and in our just chatting, we apply it. We apply it to our tunes, just like that. If you want to be louder than your friends, you could do the same thing here. You could, right here, paste those filters. Now, when your friends talk, they won't overpower you when you're talking. But that's up to you. You know, I know there is kind of a thing that Discord does, which I always turn off. There's a setting in Discord that you ever notice you like kind of cut each other off sometimes, like when you're talking, like the audio cuts out on them or something, or you know, all that kind of stuff. If you want to turn that off, it is down. Is it down here? It's very annoying. Voice, is it not here? Where is it? Oh, advanced settings. Okay. So attenuation strength right here. Global attenuation. I turned all of this off. Right? So attenuation, basically you are adjusting volumes, their volumes when someone speaks. I turn it off when I speak, when they speak. Yes, Miko. No, because they're not animals. Leashes only work on animals.
Ooh, also an iron golem.
Do they? Does it work on iron golems? Oh, you're right. That's cool. I didn't know that. You just taught me something. Yep, but just turn this off, and it should help. Everyone has to have it turned off, not just you. So I don't know if you notice sometimes when we're recording with Bonnie, we haven't found the option on her side. So when she talks and someone suddenly talks and interrupts her, it like just cuts her off. Mm-hmm. Your Tia Bonnie, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. The same name. Yeah, Miko. So yeah, so now in just chatting, we have our music. We have our Discord there. And hey, you know what? I want my Discord also in my gameplay. There we go. I usually like to organize my audio stuff all the way at the bottom, right? Because they're not visual, so they're just kind of like down there. So in gameplay, obviously you wouldn't want your music there. Be right back. Maybe be right back. You want your tunes, right? Be right back. Let's put our tunes in there. Mm-hmm. Also, same thing with, let's say media sources. Media source is also something that, let's do it here on the starting soon, right? Media source is something that will also have audio in it, right? Do we have any videos that we can put in here? No, we don't have a video or anything that we can put in here. Uh-huh. Too many, Mijo. We've talked about this. I wonder. Can she go on the network? Okay. We can grab from my PC. How about that? No? Hello? What the hell just happened? Oh, no. Why can't I? My Windows button now doesn't work over here. That's great. Um. It's not letting me go there. Okay, let's grab. Oh my god, just leave it alone. Leave it alone. I don't care. I don't care. Let's grab a. What a weird background. Let me grab one of my YouTube videos. How about this? Because I don't want to grab somebody else's YouTube video. Wait. Can we find Nick Jr. face? I bet you're wondering, like, why am I searching Nick Jr. face? Oh, man. I think it's on the Pixel Benders channel. No? Not sure you want to know. Let's see. YouTube.com/@pixelbenders. Is it not Pixel Benders? What is our name? Okay. There's us. Videos. There it is. Okay. Okay, so let me grab this video. But you're like, what is this? What is this video? Why? It's the first video I ever did on YouTube. All right, let's download it legally because it's mine. I can download it. I just want to show an example of video, basically. We'll download that MP4. Totally legal because it's mine. I put it up there on the channel. It's okay. Don't worry about it. All right, save link as, and then we'll put it in Jesse's video there. Okay. Calling the FBI. Okay, so media source. Let's grab from videos, Nick Jr. Right. So I'm not going to start it yet until it's ready to go. So we have some options here, right? We have loop, which is kind of how I have my commercials going. They're on a loop always. You can make it restart when the source becomes active. So that's basically when you hide it and you bring it back, it restarts, right? Right from the beginning. Let's make sure that we can hear it, right? Monitor, output, and source. It doesn't need, I don't want it to be like insanely loud, probably like -9, right? It's quieter than me. And what else? We want to paste the compressor, right? Because we want to be able to talk over it just in case. It's not a long video, but it's there. So let's hear it, right? Well, actually, also we want it to be behind that and maybe stretch it, right? So that it's the size of the screen. And here we go.
Hi there, FaZe here, and welcome to Nick.
So that's my first video on YouTube. Yeah.
Hi
so
there,
hopefully you're able to hear it.
here, and welcome to Nick.
The best part of that video, by the way, let me see if I can find it again. The best part of that video is the comments. The comments left on that video are the best. 17 years ago, my goodness. Like, I guess I scared a bunch of kids. Yes, absolute cinema. I didn't notice I was there. Yeah, just as I remember watching this vid at the tender age of 4 and going when it was over. I remember watching this and then my mom saw this and yelled at me. 10 years is a while, ain't it? I remember that when I was little, face actually scared me. This vid really made my day. Thanks. I remember accidentally watching this video in 2012. I was 3 years old back then. I loved Face in that year, and that was my first exposure to the original Nick Jr. mascot because he was gone since 2004, and I thought it was made in 2007. But now I said that it was made in 2008, and I thought there was freckles on the face. It turns out it was just blood. So I traumatized a bunch of kids with that video. Love it. But yeah, that's basically how those work, and you can let it loop so it doesn't restart every time you do it.
Face here.
So when it's done, it'll just go right back.
Hi there. Face
Right?
here.
Just keeps
and
going.
Welcome to Nick.
Now they're all
Hi
scared
there,
teenagers. Yeah,
Face
basically.
Here, and welcome to Nick.
Boom, right? And there you go. Same thing with that audio. Control everything that puts out audio. As long as you, like, if you've noticed, the compressor has been the same on all of them, right? And you've been able to hear me totally fine. It's not overwhelming. These are the settings I've been using. No problem. Loving it. Like it's been great with all those. You know, right here we got our tunes. I think, right? Still should be playing in the background. Yeah. And that's all the way to the top. Gameplay, we got the gameplay audio. Be right back, we got the tunes again. I mean,
Hi there.
this would be
Face
perfect
here,
for the
and
ending.
Welcome to Nick.
This would be perfect for the ending one, right?
Hi there. Face here, and welcome to Nick.
Really wouldn't need it on this one. But as you saw, look, like it didn't restart because it didn't get hidden. Right? It's only until you hide it
Hi there.
and re-show it
Face here,
that
and
it'll play
welcome
over
to
again.
Nick.
So that's important to know. Usually you most likely would have to make Miko. You would have to make it part of your keyboard shortcut or your touch portal thing, basically. Like when I switch to this, show that source. When I get away from that source, or when I get away from that scene, hide that source. So then the next time you go to it,
Hi there.
it'll play.
Face here,
Basically.
and welcome to Nick.
That's all I really have with the audio. Can you think of anything? You got any questions? Anything that would, like, very specific to your needs? What? Someone playing Dual Heroes? Germans playing Dual Heroes? What the heck? Dope. Not at the moment. I want to try some stuff that you taught, though. Yeah. Sometimes it helps to start from scratch. So if you're kind of like looking at your scenes and you're set up and you're just like, where do I start? Just kind of like start a new one. The good thing about OBS is that it lets you do scene collections, right? So this was the other scene that I was doing that I messed up. I realized I wasn't even like, oh no, wait, this is the one that I did from scratch for you guys. And it came back to the monitoring one. So if you want to start from scratch, make a new one, name it whatever, mess around with stuff. If you like the way that one is, keep that one or bring it over to the one that you're using now, right? We should rate German when we finish. Yeah, absolutely. We're definitely going to do that. Let me just mute the other microphone. We don't need it anymore. But yeah, that's kind of all I really have. I will always keep bringing these up, these audio things, because they're just so important. You know, and don't overcomplicate it at the beginning. Make sure you're comfortable switching between your scenes and controlling what audio does what and this and that. Then I'll start bringing in some like really cool plugins.
Science squad.
Like some plugins that will, because if you notice when you go from one to the other, it just kind of abruptly changes to that audio, right? It's just like as soon as it switches over. And if you had a fade, right, you're fading between screens. That's not really how, right? It would work if it was a cut, right? So down here you can change it to the scene transition cut. Like that makes sense. That the audio suddenly changes like that. But if you're fading and then it cuts, it's kind of weird. So there are ways to fade between scenes, the audio, but not natively to OBS. That requires some plugins. They're a bit advanced, but I think once you and T-Dub and others are like comfortable enough with like, okay, I got the audio down, I don't want to hear anything about audio ever again, unless you start getting into voice meter, and then you're going to be like, why are we going into voice meter? Voice meter makes me want to shoot my head off. But you don't need voice meter for that other plugin, basically, and it's not an audio plugin. It's actually it's a move plugin, right? Hey, Merc, what's up, dude? About to get off. We're about to raid my brother-in-law, but yeah, just teaching how to do some OBS audio stuff. It's been a minute, man. How you doing? But yeah, it's called like the Move plugin. I don't know if they've renamed it or whatever, but it basically allows for good to see you, sir. Whoosh. For smooth movement of things. So like even transitioning from one, like let's say when we had the screens here, right? We got the screens here. If we went over to gameplay, it wouldn't fade over to gameplay. Like this little window would resize itself and take over the whole screen. So it'd be like a smooth, like, whoosh, you know what I mean? It's a really cool plugin, but that's in the future, and it can also smoothly control the audio faders, and that's kind of what I like when you're doing something like a fade between screens. But yeah, thank you guys so
Hi
much.
there, FaZe here, and welcome to Nick.
Thanks so much for hanging out. Let's go raid German. Wait, I'm in the wrong screen. Let's get out of this game. We can exit that game. Right? No? Yes? Quit? What the heck? Quit game. Why can't I select that? I have to use spacebar? That's dumb. Oh, that was a Monster Hunter. Thanks a lot, Noise. This is for sure very helpful. I'll watch the beginning of the VOD too. Well, don't watch the beginning of the VOD because you guys couldn't hear the audio. So you pretty much just watched from when you joined. I didn't say anything different, really. But yeah, let's bring ourselves back on over here. And let's raid if he's still on, I hope. Contra G1 is playing a game that we're playing for our podcast called Dual Heroes. Our podcast is called Hard Gamers if you want to listen to it. Pretty ridiculous game. Super funny. I really like it. So, yeah. I don't have any music on mine because I haven't been using it. So let me switch on over so I can find him. There's Contra. Oh, no. Well, now he's playing Zelda 2. Okay, well, fuck it. He's playing Zelda 2. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.